This is like a secret weapon. Though what I'm about to tell you guys right now, lean in with me. This is a secret weapon. Hello everybody. So today we're going to be talking about my financial success routine as a Muslim woman, how I got there, how I do my routine, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do the routine as well, because anybody can do it. You basically just need like motivation and dedication in order to do these things. And then I'm going to touch a little bit on habit stacking and how you guys can like incorporate these habits into your daily lives and how to actually do it easily, because if you've never heard of habit stacking, it's actually a really good thing, like if you want to start something new. And you know, I'm going to teach you guys the way that I habit stack and how I was able to actually create a really good routine. This exact method that I'm going to share with you guys was the only reason that I was able to actually achieve my goals, the only reason that I was actually able to like do things that I never thought I would be able to do, things that I've always dreamed to come true. I never thought that I would actually be able to do it, but with these things, with Islam, with these Islamic habits, it really has helped me. And I always think like if I hadn't done these habits, it's like these things could have still been achieved, but it would have taken me so much longer, because it's like you need to work smarter, not harder. Why go the long route when you can just do these and just make it easy for yourself? So first of all, I made a vision board, guys, and this is actually something I recently did, probably like 5 months ago. And once I made this vision board, guys, like I've already had like a few things on there, big things that have already happened for me, came true. And I'm not saying, oh, I manifested it, I put it on a board, I put a picture up there and it just came true for me. No, like this is only to visually see. It's just to see your goals, to help motivate you and to remind you of why you're doing what you're doing. But I'm not saying like you're just gonna put pictures on a vision board and it's just gonna manifest itself. Like, no, you have to put in the work, and the routine will definitely help you reach these goals. But this is the first part of the routine. You do this one time, guys. I don't even say like make a year vision board. I made mine like a 5-year, not even a 5-year. I made mine like a 3-year goal vision board, like 3 years. I'm not saying like I want everything to happen in 1 year in mine. I put 3 years. A lot of people do yearly vision boards. They're always making new ones. But for me, my goals are pretty simple. Like I'm not gonna have new goals every year, maybe, but for the most part, these are my like ultimate goals. And I just put everything that I want for like the next 3 years. These are the things I want to achieve, and I'm just keeping it up there for the next 3 years, and I'll be okay with it. But setting your clear goals and then putting in effort to achieve those goals, such power in that combination. When you guys put in just a little bit of effort, guys, just a little bit of effort, Allah will do the rest. Like, you guys have heard about so many instances, like with Maryam, if you guys heard of her pregnancy when she was having Prophet Isa alayhi salam, she was under the date tree, and I don't exactly remember the story, so I'm not gonna like try to like say the whole story, but I just remember that like Allah told her to like shake the palm tree, and he didn't actually, she's in labor, so he didn't actually mean like shake the palm tree, but that's what, you know, what she was told to do. And she just like kind of like tapped it. She's in labor, she's in so much pain, a pregnant lady, a woman, shaking a palm tree is so hard to do, but she tapped it and the dates started falling from the palm tree. I believe it was probably to help her labor, because you know, guys know like dates actually help, I think it makes labor easier from what I've heard. But he told her to shake the palm tree, and she just like tapped it, because she, you know, she's in labor, y'all. She's not able to actually do all of that. She doesn't have the strength in that moment, bro. If you've been in labor, you know how that is. There's no way you're gonna be able to shake a palm tree while you're doing that. Like, what the heck, you're already so tired. But she tapped the palm tree, y'all, and the dates started falling from the palm tree. She ate the dates, and you know, I don't know what happened from there, but all I know is Allah did the rest. She did a little bit of effort and Allah did the rest for her. Oh, I have another story for y'all. Y'all remember the story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, where the sea, when he split the sea, that's such a famous story. When he grabbed his, Allah told him to grab his staff or his stick and like tap the ocean, just tap it. And then like, come on, think about it. What is tapping a stick on the ocean gonna actually do? It's not gonna split the sea, but Allah is trying to show you that you need to put that little bit of effort and he will do the rest. He's not just gonna split the sea. You have to tap your stick and then he'll do the rest. So that's another good example. That one I actually was like a better example, but there's so many examples, even like in the Battle of Badr, guys. That's another one where like the Prophet ﷺ, he just needed to put a little bit of effort and Allah did the rest. He sent all the angels to help fight and, you know, help the Muslims. but you always have to do your little bit of effort. You have that ultimate goal. You know what you want to do. Prophet Musa alayhi salam, he knew he wanted to get to the other side of the sea. He was trying to flee from Fir'aun's little army and get away from these people. But he had that ultimate goal, but he had to put a little bit of effort in order to achieve that goal. A little bit of effort plus dua, asking Allah. But let's go ahead and continue and get into the routine, guys. This is like a secret weapon. Now, what I'm about to tell you guys right now, lean in with me. This is a secret weapon. If you guys have never known, then you know now. This is the Surah of Wealth, Surah al-Waqiah. If you guys have never heard of this surah, you need to go ahead and incorporate this into your daily routine in order to achieve financial success. This is the Surah of Wealth. I will tell you, before I started reciting this surah, well, I started this, when did I start reciting this? I will say I was probably about 17 years old when I started reciting this. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20, guys, I'm getting old, oh my gosh. So it's like 7.5 years ago is when, so 7.5 years ago I started reciting the surah, and you guys, like, it's just been so many blessings. And then in between that 7.5 years, there was a time that I stopped reciting it, and I remember when, and then I'm not gonna lie, like right after I stopped reciting it, like a little bit after, it's like the money wasn't just like flowing in like I was used to. Like, it's like I felt like I had to work harder in order to get what I wanted, versus before it was seeming so easy because, you know, I had the help of Allah. That's why you're supposed to like continue your consistent little deeds. Allah loves those consistent deeds, like even if they're small, like reciting Surah al-Waqiah. That's a small thing that you can do every single day consistently, but it can make such a big difference in your life, such a big difference in your financial life. But I recite Surah al-Waqiah every single day after Maghrib prayer, and it's not an easy thing to do at first. Like it has to become a habit. I believe habits take about probably 30 days, say a month. If you do this for a month straight, and, you know, put an alarm on your phone, like recite Surah al-Waqiah whatever time of the day, but I heard after Maghrib is the best time to do it. If you make this a habit, you do it for a month straight, it will just become natural. And when I first started it, guys, I didn't have it memorized. I did not have it memorized. I had it memorized like previously, probably when I was like, not elementary, middle school is when I had it memorized, and then I like forgot it. You guys know how that goes. Like when you're a child and you learn Quran, it's not easy to just like be that child that's just going back, opening up the Quran, trying to remember what you learned. You just kind of like, you're doing it for school, you know? But I made a goal, and I was like, every single day I'm going to open this Quran up. I just heard that it was the Surah of Wealth. It's going to protect you from poverty. It's going to keep you from ever reaching that poverty level. When you hear this, when Allah tells you this, that you will never see poverty if you recite this surah, like why would you not do it? Like, especially someone who's in like a difficult financial situation. If you are, you need to start reciting the surah. You will be protected from poverty. If you're in poverty, Allah will bring you out of that poverty. Actually, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not say that. It's the hadith from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Let me say it. He said, whoever recites Surah al-Waqiah every night will never face poverty. And we know our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam does not lie. So when y'all hear him say something, y'all hear a hadith from him, you need to like take that and be like, wow, this is real stuff. And that's the beauty of Islam, because like we have the most wisdom out of all religions. We have the true wisdom, things that you can take that non-Muslims would not know. Do you know how far ahead Muslims can be if we study our religion and we actually practice our things? Like we listen to our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we learn about him, we learn like how Khadija bin Khuwaylid was, how all the beautiful women, successful women in this life and in the hereafter were back then. You guys, we will be so far ahead of so many people in this world. But when I first started reciting Surah al-Waqiah, you guys, I will tell you, I remember I was in college, and bro, like it's just like, imagine going to college. A lot of college students struggle and things like that, but I just remember in college, bro, like money was just flowing in. Money I didn't even know existed, like would just be sitting in an account that I had no idea about. Like I was getting money and I didn't even know. And like it's so amazing when you see the efforts that you're putting in, the little efforts. It's like you're getting good deeds from reading it, for one, and then later on you're helping your financial life. Why is this something that you wouldn't incorporate into your routine? But eventually, once you keep reading out of the Quran, I was reading out of the Quran, I didn't have it memorized. Once you keep reading out of the Quran, eventually you will memorize it. It will become something that's just like you remember it. And I remember I got to a point where I think it was like probably after probably after weeks after reading it out of the Quran, it became easier and easier and easier for me to read. And then to the point where I was like, I think I might actually have this memorized. So I like tried to test myself. It still wasn't perfect, but I'm like, bro, I memorized like pretty much all of it. So I kept on and I'm like, you know what, let me just try to finish memorizing it. So now it makes it so much easier. Now I can be washing the dishes and I'm saying my Surah al-Waqiah. Now I can, as soon as I finish Maghrib, I can get up. I don't have to sit down and open up the Quran to read it. I can just get up, you know, do something for my baby while I'm reciting it. Like I can actually do things, and it just seems like it's just a part of my routine that I don't even notice anymore. Like I know, obviously I know I'm reciting it, but it's like I don't feel like I'm actually taking time out to recite it and open the book. You know, I used to spend about 12 minutes to read it at first because my Arabic wasn't perfect, but if you're in that situation, then yeah, it'll take you about probably like 12 minutes. You can listen to it a lot. Just try to memorize that. If you can memorize the surah, you guys, it's amazing for you. But I remember when I stopped reciting the surah, you guys, it's like my motivation for whatever I was doing, my motivation for so many things just like kind of left. I didn't really have that motivation anymore. I felt like I had to work harder to achieve money versus before. And I stopped because I don't even remember. I think it was kind of like when I got married, like a little bit after I got married. I don't know what it was. It just kind of like, it just happened. I don't know. Maybe Shaitan got to me. I have no idea what it was. But I made it a point. I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna let this happen. Like I made it a point to start reciting again. And bro, when I tell you, like, you just notice the differences almost immediately. You notice the financial differences almost immediately. And things just start to get so much better for you in your financial life. It's like you start gaining back that motivation to reach your goals, to do the things that you want to do, to earn money. And it's like ever since then, since I started back, guys, I've always felt super financially stable. I've always felt amazing. And it's just like there's moments where like you get a big amount of money and it just comes out of nowhere. And it's Allah. He's literally blessing you. You're being blessed financially. And it could just be because of reciting Surah al-Waqiah. Another amazing thing to incorporate into your routine that I incorporate into mine is giving charity whenever you're able to. This could be to like family, giving charity in so many ways. Like a smile is charity, we already know that. But when you get financial charity, we already know that Allah multiplies this. He gives you more prosperity. If you didn't know, charity increases your sustenance and it protects your wealth. Protects your wealth. So whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses you with money in your business and your work, your job, whatever it is, so you're just getting money from some place that you didn't expect it from, takes a portion of that money and give it in charity, whether it's like putting it away for Eid time to give to your family, buying them gifts and things like that. That's a way that I like to do mine. Like I like to under Eid, I like to just, you know, get gifts for my family, because it's like in that way, when you give to family, it's like you're upholding the ties of kinship and you're giving charity. You know, you're making people happy. You're spending from what Allah gave you in a good way, and Allah will literally bless you 10 times more than what you gave. And the Prophet ﷺ said, attract sustenance by giving charity. He said this. Remember what I said, when you hear the Prophet ﷺ say something, you listen. And he said, attract sustenance by giving charity. What is sustenance? Sustenance is like Allah will give you, He will provide for you, He will give you from His bounties. This is like sustenance, like food, your daily life, like being able to afford your daily life easily if you're giving charity. So you guys definitely don't want to skip this part of the routine. I remember this one Eid, I think it was the first Eid I've ever done for my family, guys. This was a time where I remember I was reciting Surah al-Waqiah. I did this for my family, and I just remember like I got them like a lot of gifts. I have a big family, bro, but I just know that, like, you know, I'm like, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessing me from here, so let me bless my family, you know what I'm saying? So, and I don't expect anything back, but you know, of course they give me gifts too. But I didn't expect anything from them, but I just like went out my way, you know, I got them some things, and I just know that the money came back like 4 times, guys, or yeah, it was like 4 times what I spent. And it just came out of nowhere. I just remember my mom like randomly came to me. She was like, there's this account I didn't know about. And it just like, I was like so surprised. And it was because of that, I'm pretty sure, because it was right after. Like, I can't say like, oh, it's because of that, but I look at it as it was because of that, because it's like right after I did that, I got the money right back. And you guys can even donate to Palestine. You guys see what's going on in Gaza. You guys can't just ignore this. If you have some money, try to give some money in charity. And I'm gonna try to find like a legit link that you guys can actually donate to. I'm like gonna have to search around for a link because I don't know like what links to trust. I have no idea. If you guys know links to actually trust, let me know. Maybe like DM it to me on Instagram or something. Do I have my Instagram? Yeah, I do have it in my description. So if you guys know like a legit link to trust, I have no idea. I'm gonna try to ask people I know, so I know like, you know, they're not trying to send me like a link that's Israel made or something like that. But yeah, just let me know. Another part of this routine that you guys cannot skip is constantly making dua, constantly asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the things that you want in this life, like your goals, whatever it is, your financial goals. Things are going to help you financially, because that's what we're talking about. The things that you know that will help you reach your goals. You have to ask Allah for them. You have to constantly in your prayer, when you're sitting, this is a way of habit stacking. When you're sitting down in prayer, if prayer is a habit for you, then you can stack the dua habit either after you pray, or you can stack it in your prayer. So that's a good way to stack that habit. So it's not going to be something that's super hard for you. And another way of habit stacking Surah Waqiah is right after Maghrib. So if you pray, stacking a lot of these habits are super, super easy for you. And if you're one of those people who's not yet praying and it's hard for you, then like I would say it's going to be kind of hard for you to achieve your financial like goals and things like that, because how are you going to ask Allah and make dua to him for things if you're not even doing the obligatory, the things that he has commanded you to do? Why would he give to you if he loves you? You hope that he loves you. If he loves you and he wants you to be better, he's not going to give these things to you, because he wants you to come back to him first. You have to come back to him, start praying, and then your du'as will not be blocked by anything. There's not going to be any evil, sinful actions or leaving the obligatory things that are going to block your du'a from being answered. So when you're making your du'a, you need to be sincere in your du'a. You need to make sure you send blessings upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It will make your du'a stronger. You guys know there's weak du'as, there's strong du'as, there's some du'as that are like you can make them stronger, where like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's a higher chance of him answering this du'a. You guys have to thank Allah for the things that he has gave you, the things that you already have. Tell him that you're grateful. Call upon his names. Thank him for the blessings that he's already given you. Tell him that you're so grateful, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you are grateful, I will give you more. So be grateful and he will give you from his bounties. Have emotion in your dua. If you're able to like cry, if you really are sincere in your dua, like sometimes you're talking to the creator, how can you not be emotional? But I know it might be harder for some people to be emotional in your dua, but if you are emotional in your dua, you're actually crying. This is actually going to make your dua so strong, because like you're so sincere. Like if these are genuine tears and you're sincere, you're asking Allah to forgive you for the things that you do wrong. Like Allah will answer your dua. He wants to help you. He doesn't want to see you struggling. He wants us to be strong believers, Muslim women. He wants us to be strong Muslims. He doesn't want us to be beggars. He wants us to have financial success. He wants us to be successful in this life and in the hereafter. You don't have to be that person who's trying to humble yourself so hard and you just want to be poor. And that's not how you have to be. You can be a successful Muslima, and you can be that Muslim who's being the giver. You can help the Muslim community. When you have a strong Muslim, you're able to actually help the community. You're not always just like trying to take from the community. While I have you guys, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up, and let's continue. This is a strong believer. This is a strong Muslim, and Allah loves those strong Muslims. Like I've had so many instances where I remember this one specific instance, and I just wanted something so bad, and I was kind of young. I was probably like 15, guys. I was like 15 years old, and I just wanted something so bad, and it's like my mom was in the way. She was blocking what I wanted. Like it was her choice. And it's like I kept making dua. I was like so sad because I didn't want to go to this other place. I wanted to go to that place. And it's your mom's choice at the end of the day. And I just made so much dua, like ya Allah, please, right now it just seems impossible. She's already made her mind up. The decision's already made. I'm like, she's already made her mind up. It just seems impossible. But with dua, guys, anything is possible. I was making so much dua, guys. I was so sad because I really wanted to go to this place, and I didn't want to go to that place. And let's just say after like days of making dua, not even a long time, but they were so sincere, because I genuinely Like, I genuinely was asking Allah, and I was telling him, like, if you allow me to go back to this place, I will be a better Muslim. Like, literally, this place is better for me. I promise you, this is better for me. I won't disappoint you. And when you're saying things like that, like, you're telling Allah, like, by you giving me this, I can be a better Muslim, you know, you're kind of like justifying why Allah should give it to you. And once you're explaining yourself, you're so sincere, why would it not happen? Allah wants to give you those things. He wants to make you happy. If you're doing what Allah commanded you to do, He is on your side. And it ended up happening. And my mom just was like, kind of like, she don't know how she changed her mind. She don't know like why she ended up taking me there instead of here. Like, it's crazy, but it happened. And I just, even me, like, I'm like, bro, I think after that situation, after that instance I had, that's when I was like, bro, like, Islam is real. Like, it's real. Because I just remember being like so happy. I was so happy. And it's like, she couldn't understand why it happened, but I did. Like, I knew why it happened because I was making so much dua, and I was so happy, guys. And I'm literally over here getting emotional because I'm just remembering how I felt and remembering like the situation that I was in. And I just, dua, guys, dua, sincerity. That's all you need. Another habit that I have for my financial success routine is when I go out, I don't buy nonsense stuff. I don't buy things that can't make me more money. I don't buy things that are just like foolish to buy. Why are you buying more clothes if you have so many clothes already? Why are you buying more shoes if you have so many shoes already? Are you just buying it because it's cute? Are you buying it because you just want to buy something and have a bag at the mall? Think to yourself, do I really need this? Do I already have... I have so many shoes. There's no way, even though I did just buy a new pair, but that's only because like 5 pairs got ruined somehow. If you don't have a legit reason for buying something, then don't buy it. Like, really think about this. Don't just like buy out of like want, desire. Buy because you actually need something. Save the money. If you put your money in a savings account and you actually save that money, that's going to help you achieve financial success, because once you save money up, you can use that money to invest in something halal, the halal way, invest in something, and you can make your money make more money. And that is how you're going to actually achieve financial success. So stop going shopping and looking to spend money for no reason. And you guys, like, of course, we live in the world where we have online shopping. It's so easy. Like, you can literally just be on your phone. We're scrolling through TikTok. We see this new vacuum that we just need. We see this new mop that we just need. We see these new cleaning items. We see these new clothes or something that's supposed to change your life. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like, we see this stuff constantly. We see ads all the time, always constantly seeing things marketed in our face to spend our money, spend. But if you can stay off social media more, then you'll be less inclined to spend. And if you can keep yourself from going to places like the mall or places that you know you're more likely to spend money, then just stay away from it. If you want to do something fun, go to the zoo. Spend, I don't know how much the zoo costs, but whatever. Just do things that are actually like good for you, things that are beneficial for you and not going to cost you a lot of money. Like, of course, enjoy your life, but don't go spending crazy, because once you keep doing that, you're going to make it a habit, and this is a bad financial habit to have. Another financial success routine thing that I do is I do not use credit cards unless I have the money on a debit card to pay that credit card off like immediately. If you're one of those people who say you just want to build credit, it's easy to fall into the trap of you're now ending up paying interest. Or riba, as you guys know, is forbidden, totally haram, and there's punishments for it in the hereafter. You guys do not want to fall into riba. Once you fall into riba, guys, you will see your financial life decline. You will see how bad your financial situation actually gets, because you are declaring war with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I just looked up a hadith because I'm like, obviously I gotta give you guys evidence for what I'm saying. The Prophet ﷺ said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala curses the one who consumes riba, the one who gives it, the one who witnesses over it, and the one who writes down the transaction. So you guys might be confused, like, what are all these different things? So basically, if you're the person who, say for example, so you have like this high yield APR interest bank account that like you make a lot of interest from, and you like put a lot of your money in there just to keep making as much interest as possible, because banks will pay you interest if you keep your money in account, blah blah blah. If you guys didn't know, now you do. But you are now a consumer of interest. You don't want to accept that interest. You want to tell the banks you do not want any interest. Call your bank, tell them stop giving you interest. You don't want it. The one who gives riba, the one who's accepting. A lot of Muslims do it nowadays. It's like so common nowadays. Like, for example, if you're going to get a car, you're agreeing, when you sign that thing, you're agreeing to pay $4,000 in interest just to be able to pay the car off over some years. That is the one who's paying the interest. So that's two people that are cursed: the one who's consuming, the one who's paying, the one who is a witness over it, and the one who writes down the transaction. This could be like a car dealer, a person who works at a car dealership. There's the person who's writing down the transaction, there's a person who's witnessing it, there's a person who's helping them get that riba car. All those people are cursed because they're all dealing in the riba. They are all a part of it. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, O believers, fear Allah and give up what remains that's due to you of interest, riba, if you are true believers. If you do not, then beware of a war with Allah and His Messenger. But if you repent, you may retain your principle, neither inflicting nor suffering harm. This is in the Quran. Surah 2 verse 278 and 279. So Surah Al-Baqarah basically. But you are literally declaring war with Allah. If you are somebody who's in riba right now, like say right now, you know you're financing a car and you're paying riba on it, this could be a huge reason why your financial situation is not where you want it to be. You have to somehow get rid of it. Like, I don't care how you get rid of it, you just need to find a way to cut this riba out. You don't want to say like, oh, it's just another year, I'll just continue. Like, you have to find a way out of it. And I know this is like easier said than done, but it's really hard, I know. But back to the financing. No, don't do this. If you want financial success, guys, you have to stop the financing, stop the credit cards, because you can easily unintentionally fall into riba. Another thing I do every single day is I've made it a habit to always do something every single day to achieve my goals. Every single day I have to do something. I have to do something outstanding. I have to be like, I have to go to sleep knowing I did enough today. I did enough. Like, whether it could even be something like reading Quran or making dua. If these things are going to help you reach your goals, then you've done good for the day. I'm not saying you always have to go out and do like the most, but I have made this a habit. And if you want to make this a habit, then you need to start, like, get a monthly calendar board, which is what I have. I'll try to insert some clips so you guys can see. I get a monthly calendar board, write in every single day what you want to do to achieve your goals. Give yourself an off day, have a day, you know, for self-care and things like that. You don't want to overwork yourself. You don't want to end up getting burnt out because you're like overworking yourself, but you want to do as much as you possibly can to the best of your ability. You need to incorporate systems into your life. If you feel like you're one of those people who's always saying, I'm too busy for this, I don't have time for this, you always telling friends, oh, I don't have time, you're telling family, I don't have time, you need to incorporate systems into your life, and it'll allow you to have more time once you're creating these systems. Once you're saying like, okay, this is the day that I'm going to do this, this is the day I do this only, this is the day I do this. When you stick to those systems, you end up making habits and you end up being able to do things more efficiently. Especially people who work but they have other goals. Like, say you work out but you have a goal of starting a YouTube channel, becoming a content creator, making money online. You're able to do both. You just have to create systems. You'd be like, okay, as soon as I get off work, I do this. This is what I do. This day I get off work, I have free time, I spend time with family. Like, you have to create these systems in order to achieve your goals. And if you guys have ever heard of the 5 before 5, that hadith, one thing I do is I take advantage of my time. The Prophet ﷺ said, take advantage of your time before your busyness. So if you're somebody who has a baby, for example, like me, I make sure that when this girl is napping, I am doing something with my time. I am taking the most advantage of it. Like right now, y'all, when I do my videos, usually it's because she's sleeping. And it's not easy because I never know when she's gonna wake up. But I try my best to, as soon as she goes to sleep, to just hit record, start this video ASAP. And this is how I'm able to take advantage of my time. This is how I'm able to balance motherhood, cleaning the house, balancing my business, and just balancing everything that I do. This is the only way I'm able to do it. I have systems and I'm taking advantage of the time as much as I possibly can. But it's like when you're taking advantage of your time, you will turn 1 hour into 3 hours worth of work. That's literally how it'll be. When you're somebody who's just letting time pass you by, turning on Netflix, just watching shows, binge watching for hours, your 6 hours will feel like 2 hours. You won't even notice that the time flew by because you're just like, you're wasting your time. You won't even notice. But when you are actually actively putting effort, you're doing things, guys, the time will go, it'll feel like you have so much more time. Like sometimes I'll finish a lot of things while she sleep, and then I'll be like, bro, like how long did she sleep? And I look, it's like this girl was only asleep for an hour and a half, but it feels like she was asleep for like 3 hours. Literally, that's how it is, guys. Now here is you guys' to-do list. What I want you to do, the things that are going to help you achieve your financial success. Firstly, you're going to have to make a vision board. you're going to have to either make a vision board or like write down on paper your goals, but you need something visual. It'll be better if you print out pictures because it'll motivate you. You can hang it up, you know. Once you spend the time to do that, it's just so fun. Honestly, making a vision board is so fun. And if you guys want like a video on that, then let me know. I will definitely help you guys make a successful vision board. But if you write your goals on paper, hang it up, or just hang it up like big somewhere, make it nice, make it pretty, make it aesthetically pleasing to see. Like hang it up in your room, somewhere that you know you go every single day. You want to see your goals visually. Secondly, this one is a challenge, but I want you to open up the Quran every single day and recite Surah Al-Waqiah if you're able to. You might not have it memorized. If you have it memorized, then girl, you need to recite it every day. It's actually not hard, like especially if you have it memorized. But if you don't have it memorized, it'll be a little bit more challenging. But once you get into the habit, like I said, if you like make yourself do it for even 2 weeks, like it'll be a habit. Like you'll itch to not do it. You'll be like, dang, like I have to, because if I don't do it, then you just feel like a loser. But somehow open up the Quran, find time, set a timer on your phone to recite Surah Al-Waqiah every single day. You don't have to recite the English translation and the Arabic. You just need to recite the Arabic. But if you can understand the surah, it's so much better. You guys, this has such a beautiful translation to it. I love personally reading the translation because I feel like it's just like it hits so deep, y'all. Thirdly, on your to-do list is to give charity whenever you're able to. Whenever you have like just extra money, and it doesn't have to be a lot, guys. Just do it for the sake of Allah. Do it with a good, pure heart intention, and Allah will literally, like, you'll see your money just multiply. And I'm not saying like do it for that reason, but even if you do it for that reason, it's okay because you're still giving in charity for a good cause. Fourthly, on your to-do list is to make dua in every single prayer. If you're a person who prays, this will be easy for you. You just have it stacked. You make sure after every single prayer you're making dua, or inside of every single prayer you're making dua. Somewhere in the prayer you guys can find like what fits, but it will be so good for you if you just keep making this dua, keep on and never give up, even when it feels like you've been asking for a whole year. Even if you feel like you've been asking for a whole year, if you're sincerely asking, Allah will answer your du'as for you. Lastly, you have to put in the effort to achieve these goals. Remember the stories I told you in the beginning about just putting in that little bit of effort and Allah will do the rest. You have to have firm belief in Allah that these goals will come true. Like you just know that one day you'll be living your dreams. You will be living in your vision board. You will be living those goals that you put on your vision board. And if you truly believe this and you take the effort to put towards your goals, Allah will literally do the rest for you. As long as you're doing all of your obligatory things and you're doing everything that Allah wants you to do, and you have good intentions, pure intentions for why you want what you want. I'll give you guys some examples as well in order to achieve financial success. Like you ask Allah, you say, Allah, please, I want to make a lot of money in my business. I really want to start making money online so I can have my own income, so I can be able to afford to go to Hajj, religious reasons. So if you say like, I want to be able to increase myself in this life and in the hereafter, I want to live comfortably, I want to be able to worship you better, I want to be able to have free time so that I can spend more time on my religion, you know, you have to always tie Islam into your goals and Allah will make them happen for you. If you're just having these goals, like if you just say, Allah, please give me this really nice car, and there's no reason for why He should give you this car, like there's no actual good reason that will benefit you, then it might not happen for you. If you can justify the things that you're asking for, things that are actually going to benefit you in this life and in the hereafter, then why would Allah not give it to you? Because you are actually doing worship. You are doing worship. Like if you put on your vision board, if you put Hajj on your vision board, like that's something you want. You need to achieve money so that you're able to go to Hajj. Maybe you want to pay for your whole family to go to Hajj. Maybe you have a family member who passed away and they were not able to make Hajj and you want to make Hajj for them. Make an intention, ask Allah, like tell Him, like I would really love to make Hajj for this family member who passed away and was not able to make it. Help me become financially able to do this. Help me help them. And I want you guys to comment below one thing that you're gonna do to help you reach your goals. I really hope that this video inspired you. I really hope that you really took away some knowledge from this video and you're going from this video with some things that will actually change your financial life. I promise if you guys actually implement what I just told you to do, and the goals that you want to happen, they will come true. They literally will come true as long as you're sincere and you have good reason for why you want what you want. Make sure you guys comment down below, okay? And I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Guys, I love this channel because it doesn't only help you guys, it helps me. Like when I do these talks, like I be feeling so good after because I'm like, dang, like That's facts. Yo, if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. But like when you like give a good talk, it's just like, bro, like if it hits you deep, then you know it was good. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.